Hello everyone and welcome to stage 1 of the 7-week tapping challenge. So during this we're going to work on the root chakra. So that's the first chakra to develop. It develops between the age of 0 in utero, let's say, to 7 years old. So it's our Muladhara in Sanskrit. Let me show you what it looks like, the emblem, this first one here. And it represents our foundations in life. If you think about a tree, see if I've got a nice representation here. Yeah, if you think about a beautiful tree, that tree needs to be nurtured by the environment to grow tall, strong. But look at the roots. The roots of a tree spread so far and wide, can be akin to our subconscious mind. All the roots contain the memories, the thoughts, the feelings, the experiences, the emotions, the beliefs, even sometimes the values that we have that run us, that make us who we are. So the roots are the place we're going to work today. We're going to look at nurturing those roots so they provide the strong foundation from which we can build our hopes, dreams and wishes and create the life that we want. If this tree did not have strong roots that had been nurtured by the right environment, the sun, the rain, etc., the air, then any stormy weather, then that tree would break. It has to be strong at its core, at its foundational core. So that's what we're going to work through today. So hopefully you managed to download the product. I'll put it again in the link on this video. But the first product is to help you get clear about the areas of your life that might be draining your energy and giving you energy. Normally the areas that we feel quite satisfied in give us energy. So it's called the Wheel of Life, and it's a great coaching tool which you can kind of dissect the most important areas of your life. And it's a wheel that represents us moving forward in life on with our wheel. But how bumpy is the wheel? So we want to have a kind of nice balanced wheel. And what we do is in each segment we mark it out of 10, 10 being the most optimal, the most satisfied you are, 0 being the absolute least satisfied you are. So put a placement, a marker, a number in each segment and then join up the dots and see how well shaped, well rounded, well balanced your wheel is or isn't. And then pick an area that you feel is important to improve. How much would you realistically like to improve that area? And how can you do that? So there's questions on your workbook that really help you go deep around the beliefs that might be holding you back, the values that you have and that can move you forward, and the strengths. So it's a tool to really, really get you thinking about where you are in your life right now, how it can be improved, and really where you want to be in the future. So the root is about building our foundations, making them firm and strong. It's about being the architect of your life, creating the life that you want. But no architect, without doing his groundwork, would build a house on shaky, insecure, crumbling, weak, unnurtured foundations, because that house will fall down. So let's start by doing a mini visualization. So I'm wearing red, or as close to red as was in my wardrobe. Maybe my hair would be better, but red is the color of the root chakra. In esoteric terms, in kind of different spiritual philosophy terms, one being the Kabbalah, the root chakra is governed by a sephiro, a spiritual flash of light, or a spiritual domain, which is responsible for our grounding into the physical earth. So it's what we're bringing down from spiritual source and making manifest on the physical plane. It's depicted in tarot as the magician card, and the magician has literally got one finger pointing to the spirit and one finger pointing to the floor. So he's the magician, he is the creator, he's manifesting on the spiritual and making it manifest on the physical plane. And that is what we're doing with the root chakra. The root chakra governs the bottom half of our body. It governs our nervous system as well. And it really is what we're thinking, bringing it out into the physical plane. So we want to kind of nurture that. The archetype in the root chakra are the good parents. And whether we did or we didn't get good parenting as children, it is about being an adult and reparenting ourselves. So when we're faced with challenges, situations, how do we nurture ourselves? Do we become our biggest critic, which most of us do, or do we talk to ourselves and support ourselves as would a good mother and a good father? So just take a couple of minutes now just to center yourself. Literally just feel centered. Feel your feet against the floor. Just start to take some nice, deep, rhythmic breaths. Keep breathing. The reason why we focus on the breath in this way is it calms down the nervous system. It stimulates the 10th cranial nerve, which is called the vagal nerve. And the vagal nerve runs from the brain stem and it touches all of your organs. It's the only nerve to do this in the body. It's vitally important for your well-being. And when we're in a high state of anxiety or alertness, that vagal nerve switches off, so it closes down vital organs in the body. It touches every organ in your body. So by breathing rhythmically, you could do 4 counts in, 6 counts in, and the same out. It starts to really tone that vagal nerve, so it really stimulates all of your organs. Really great for immune boost. So just take your outer awareness. So I'd invite you to close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. If not, just keep your eyes open. And just take your awareness from the outside of you to the inside of you now. And focus on the heart. Keep breathing. And just imagine your legs and your feet becoming the roots of the tree. And you can imagine roots sprouting out from the soles of your feet, placing themselves deep, 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 deep into the earth, spreading far and wide, giving you a sense of security, solidity, and inner strength. And just get a sense of how that feels for you. Can you imagine, can you feel yourself feeling secure, feeling supported, feeling strong? Right now, if you were to think about that tree I showed you, how do you feel in comparison? How does your trunk look? How do your branches look? How tall are you? How strong are you? Just use your imagination. Just take a look at some of your branches, which may represent different parts of your life, such as relationship, work, your sense of purpose, and your sense of belonging. How do those branches look? Are they isolated on their own? Or are they bunched with other branches? Are they withering? Are they decaying? Or are they flourishing? And just take a look around, really scan the image of this tree that represents you in your life right now. Just scan the core of the tree, that's the core of you. How does that feel? Does it feel strong? Or does that feel decaying, weak, insecure? And why is that? And just start to scan all the way up the tree, just viewing all of its branches. How does it look? Does it look complete? Or are parts missing? Why do some parts maybe look abundant or more fulfilled and other parts look lacking? Why is that? And just take your imagination, your visualization or energy right to the top of the tree. How does that look? And then just notice the environment. Is it sunny? Are you getting enough light and enough nurture? Or are you being overshadowed by other trees? Is something blocking you? And why is that? Are you blocking you? You're not nurturing yourself enough. Okay. And I want you to think about the area of life that needs the most focus for your well-being. I want you to think about your highest ideal goals. They don't need to be materialistic or tangible goals, physical goals. They can be emotional, feeling goals. So how do you want life to look like in 10, 20, 30 years' time from now? A great way to kind of know, if you don't know, is to think about yourself at the ripe old age of 90. And just imagine yourself sat in a rocking chair and you're reflecting on your life, what you want to have achieved, what you want your legacy to be. In what ways will you have impacted the world? How do you want people to remember you and talk about you? And just think about how it is that you really want to feel, what you want to create in your future. And put that on your timeline. When do you want to feel this by? When do you want to have that thing by? Just metaphorically, quantumly, imagine placing it on your timeline. Your timeline is your kind of age going forward. Your timeline can be in front of you, at the side, it can be anywhere, but just visualize your timeline. Where does the future feel in relation to your body now? And put a marker quantumly, energetically on your timeline of when you want this thing, this feeling, this physical thing. Now I want you to go and stand on that timeline. So whether you put this marker, this X, or this flag to say you've got it, or this thing on your timeline, it could be 5 years from now, it could be 10 years from now. I want you to imagine standing on that timeline in the future, looking back on yourself now. Okay. From this position, I want you to get clarity on what is blocking you from having it now, or what might block you from achieving this. What fears have you been hanging on to that can be released today? What doubts, what insecurities, what anxieties, and what limitation do you need to release, to let go of, in order for you to move forward on that trajectory of your timeline to reach your goal? If you can't label this, that's absolutely fine. Where do you feel it in your body instead? And what I want you to do is, if you feel it in your body, or if you know exactly what it is, I want you to imagine that this timeline is a journey that you're going to go on. We're all going to go into our future. I want you to imagine putting these limitations, these insecurities, these fears, these doubts, whatever this block is, the way it's shown to you in memory and experience, to imagine putting them in luggage, suitcases, bags. And you're not taking them on this journey with you. You are letting them go now. I want you to imagine all these issues that are going to stop you from moving towards your goal. I want you to imagine them, throwing them out in the suitcases and letting them go. And I want you to see them being thrown behind you, so that you're moving forward without them. And now we're going to start our tapping. And you can tap on the insecurities you've just put in the luggage and put behind you. You can tap on them. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to show you the tapping points. We use the side of the hand, the karate chop. We use the top of the head, the soft spot. We use the inner eyebrows. We use the outer eyebrows. We use it under the eyes, under the nose, under the chin, and under the ribs. We also use the collarbone. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start in the collarbone. So even though I have these fears, I completely and utterly love and accept myself. Side of the hand. Even though I have these doubts, I completely and utterly love and accept myself. Even though I have these fears, I love and accept myself. Now you can change this fear. You can name the emotion if you know what they are, but I don't know what they are for you, so I'm going to keep it very generic, but you can change it. So even though I have these limitations, I love and accept myself. Even though I've been full of limitations, I let them go. It's completely safe for me to let them go. It's completely safe for me to let them go. It's completely safe. I've let them go. I am completely safe. I am completely safe now. I've let them go. I am completely safe. I am completely safe. And take a deep breath in. And just tune into how your body feels. Sometimes we can do an intensity scale at the beginning of the tapping, how intense were the emotions and how intense are they after each round of tapping. So what we're doing here is we've metaphorically figured out what we want, how we want to feel. We've put that quantumly on our timeline, so our brain knows that's where we're going. But we've metaphorically let go of the baggage that was potentially going to hold us back. We've let that go, we're putting that behind us, and we're moving forward. But quite honestly, it's not as easy as said than done, because we have a fear of changing. We have a fear of letting go of the known. Our brain is hardwired to keep doing the same thing to keep us completely safe. So when we're changing our brain, we're changing our belief system. We have to be the good parent and tell ourselves it's absolutely safe for me to do this now. The reason why it's safe for you to do this now is because you are affirming and solidifying and nourishing your foundations. You're strengthening the core of who you are, but you have to nurture your roots. You have to provide the right environment for you to become that strong, sturdy, amazing tree. You know, when you tuned into that, what areas weren't right for you on that tree? What area and why were you not being nurtured completely and wholly? So let's do another round of tapping. Again, change any of my words to suit you. And it doesn't matter, I forget the taps and I forget the sequence. It's not about the sequence. It really isn't. It's about helping stimulate the body's nervous system so it gets the energy flowing vitally in our body. So this is great for anybody who has pain. But really what it's doing is it's giving us space to name those feelings, to name our insecurities. We don't ever normally do this in our normal life. Wouldn't go up to our best friend or our colleague and go, hey, I'm feeling these insecurities, fears and doubts. You know what? I think it's going to block my future. We don't have that type of conversation ever. So this is you bringing up to the surface all those suppressed fears and emotions that are playing havoc in your life and keeping you stuck on a hamster wheel. This is giving them an expression, an outlet in a safe environment for you to go, you know what, I feel this way and it's okay, it's safe. I'm putting them down. You know what, I'm letting you go by verbalizing you, and I'm focusing on a better future for myself. So let's do another round of tapping. Side of the hand. Even though I'm scared of the unknown, I completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though the future scares me slightly, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though changing is a difficult process for me, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though changing who I am scares the hell out of me, I love and accept myself anyway. I'm ready to move forward and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move forward and I'm ready to move on. I let go of what's no longer serving me. It's well overdue. It's time for me to do this. I'm safe. It's time for me to move on. I'm prepared to nurture myself and provide the right environment for me to flourish. I know how to nurture myself, and I'm dedicated to nurturing myself. I now am my best parent. I know exactly how to treat myself. I'm worthy of this. Take a deep breath in. That's really, really good. Well done. Okay, now you can keep on doing these tapping rounds. So, let me see. Okay, so I think that might be enough for now. Yeah. Any questions, please let me know. But you can do this, I mean, do this for up until you go on to the next chakra, which will be the sacral chakra, about emotions. So keep doing this. You can do this every day. Do the meditation, and be prepared to keep visualizing or getting that feeling of what you want into your body, because I want that to become your reality. And for it to become your reality, it has to become a belief. And for it to become a belief, you have to really feel your way into it, and you have to embody that into a new belief system. Once you have your new belief system installed with the feelings and the vision, it becomes your reality, because that's what the brain does. It creates its reality. So do that for yourself. Give yourself loving support. You are worthy of this. Don't care what your environment was as a child that led you to believe that you're not worthy of it. You are worthy of it. You have a place in the world, and your place, your destiny, is to fulfill your greatness. So please don't let anything hold you back. If you feel fear and doubt coming up, imagine placing them in your suitcases and putting them behind you and moving forward on that timeline towards your ideal goal. And tap to let go of the fears. Take care for now, guys. It's been a pleasure.